live show, live every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. No excuses, no nothing, just free picks, consistent, right? Consistent free picks. Just keep on going. Just, what, Mitch is going to do a video on this video? Yeah. Pretty much. I missed one today, but I'm going to shoot the video after the show. So, I could have probably done it before the show, but I didn't get it done, and there was no line on it last night. Whatever. But you will get that video. That's the Heat and the Blazers. But I'm going to stall in for a little bit of time here. Rod, I don't know where he is. He didn't call in, and he's not here. But, oh, there he is. He is here. All right. He made it.
The mayor of Calgary is here.
Yeah, absolutely. He did make it. He did make it.
I made it.
He made it.
I made it.
10 minutes late, but he's here. That's okay.
10 minutes late.
Huh?
Mitch was 6 minutes late. So.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I sat there waiting 6 minutes, and then I couldn't hold it anymore. I had nature calls. I'm in the bathroom, and I'm in the bathroom, and I'm like, ding, 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 ding.
We're good.
Like,
We're good. Anyways, got college basketball, NBA, and I don't know if there's hockey or not, but
lots of hockey.
Great.
More hockey than anything.
Like I said, we'll probably be. We'll figure out how to get rid of hockey from this show shortly.
Or maybe Chris is ready to do the hockey show again.
Maybe if it's late or something, I don't know. I don't know. I think even just what he's doing is,
Yep.
To see. Well, to each their own. But maybe we'll have to find a different hockey person. I don't know. Do something. Anyone out there want to do hockey videos? I'm sure that will get me some responses.
I know Dana Lane's Mr. Hockey, so
can't even get him to show up for a five-minute segment on the drive-thru. I'm gonna get him to do 10 hockey videos on a Wednesday. It's there's just a lot more to it, but I think that if we just do one hockey live show a day, just kind of cover everything on the hockey end. Maybe like a 20-minute show. Rich, why do you hate hockey so much? I don't hate it. It just bores me to tears. It's like I like to go see it live, and if I had a team, but I didn't grow up with hockey. So when I grew up in Miami, we didn't have a team, and it wasn't a sport that we had. We tried to follow it. It was kind of that outlier sport. But today's hockey is not the same hockey that we used to watch back then. This is like this watered down fantasy hockey version where it's like they've changed the game and not for the better. They think that they've changed the game for the better, but they've changed the game for the worse, like the NFL. Exactly the same thing. They changed it to gear it towards fantasy sports to promote higher scoring action games as opposed to tight defensive where goals actually mean something. And then they act when someone breaks some kind of record like they've actually done something. Like when Drew Brees throws for 60 touchdown passes or something in the NFL. It's ridiculous. It's not the same rules. So it's like, let's see Drew Brees throw for 15 touchdown passes in a year with Lester Hayes and Mark Haynes in the secondary and Jack Tatum. Good luck. I bet you wouldn't finish a season. Not even one. Ever in your career. And take nothing away from Drew Brees, but he would tell you the same thing. And when Peyton Manning broke Dan Marino's record, he said the same thing. He said, I played a different game than he played. And it's the same thing with hockey. But hockey has made it much worse. Much worse. Because hockey was always a physical game. And it was meant to be a physical game. And you had guys that were not as physical, and then you had the guys who were the enforcers. And that was part of the strategy of the game, was that, yeah, you're going to have a little guy who's fast and can skate like a Gretzky, But then you got to have Semenko on the ice. So it's like you give and you take, you know. It's like that's what it is. You got Bobby Clark, you know, who ends up being a good lightweight fighter, you know. Ends up being a good lightweight. You know, it's like it happens. You get those guys, you know. Eric Lindros was a guy who was, you know, could play and he could fight. Like, that's what you're looking for. But now it's like, I don't even know what they're doing out there. They're kind of just skating around. It's like every night's the All-Star game and, you know, you don't want to hit anybody. I don't know. I thought checking, you know, was like an integral part of the game. Now it's like a dirty word. I don't understand.
They don't hit it. They don't hit and beat each other up like they used to. Night in, night out.
To me, it's like I'm not an offensive guy in any sport, so it's like it bores me. You know, these offensive things, like the way the NFL is, the way that, you know, it's like in college, right? So here's the dumbest rule in the world. I mean, here's the dumbest rule in any sport. Okay, a guy throws a ball down the field, the defender incidentally touches him. You know, in incidental contact, they get the ball on the 1 yard line. I mean, how stupid is that? That's just stupid. It's like, I mean, the quarterbacks and the coaches are complaining before they even get out of the locker room. What's fun about that, man? It's like there's whining all game long. It's like back in the old days, you think like Dan Marino whined? I mean, that was only in the 80s. Go back even further, you know? You think like Johnny Unitas and guys like that? I mean, when Dan Marino threw for 48 touchdown passes in a season, okay, and they broke the record, the previous record was 36. That's the difference in the game. Now 60, like guys like Matt Stafford throw for 60. You know, it's like, who wants to watch that garbage? And hockey's worse because
hockey's exciting
because they're the number 4 sport. So it's like, or 5. So they have to do whatever they can do to try and drum up business. And they think that people want to see more goals when people actually want to see more fights,
more hits and fights. That's why the playoffs, they still kind of leave it. The refs kind of put their hand in their pockets.
I mean, when Calgary played Montreal, I think it was in the finals, man, they just fought the whole time. It was one of the best finals ever. It was like very little hockey and a lot of fighting, even after the game. You know, it's one of those things where both teams skate off the ice, and there's just gear everywhere, you know? It's just a ice full of gear, and that's the way that it should be. How about
why did this hockey game take 5 hours?
This is to me.
We had 30 fights.
To me, this is like the high five. This is like the high five after the guy misses the free throw. It's like, I'm not high fiving you. It's like you're a professional basketball player. I mean, this is a free throw, right? It's like you should be able to hit most of these. Yeah, you're not going to hit every single one, but you should be able to hit most. You know. I mean, there's guys, you ever see like the waiter on Jimmy Kimmel where it's like boom, 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 boom. I mean, come on, you know? Same thing, you know, it's like, why do that? It's like, I have no idea, man. Give them the participation trophy. That's what I say. Anyway, speaking of participation trophies, let's get to the NBA. So baseball, I checked yesterday. It is 162 games this year. So this will be a lot better than last year.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, I didn't know they cut the schedule.
I thought they'd cut it to 150 or less. But
that was originally, but it was rejected by the players.
So it actually is it's a 162 game schedule. So that is an entirely different animal than last season, where it was 60 games and every game was like a playoff game and it was like super chalky and you didn't have the minor league call-ups and guys getting dinged over the course of the season and all those beautiful things that happen, you know, why you can win 40% of your games in baseball and make a lot of money. You know, that's what I love about baseball. It's like, so that's the whole thing. It's like we'll go through it. We should do a baseball show.
The best of the baseballs before the.
I'm going to do a baseball betting strategy video, I think, after this one.
Don't let it be boring.
It's not going to be boring. I could have Higgs on or something. We could all bring a pillow. Anyways.
Take the Yankees to win the AL East. Yeah, we all know the Yankees are good. Thanks for the update.
No, I think but Higgs is actually a good baseball bettor. And the thing is that The thing is with baseball is that I say this, every single year. The very, very best teams, win 100 games. 100, right? But if you're laying minus 200 on a team that wins 100 games, you lose money by going 162. You will lose money.
Guys.
What's that?
The Dodger guys. I bet
right.
The Dodgers
if you bet minus 200 on every game, okay, because so it's plus 100, and it's simple math. So it's plus 100, right? So that would give you 100 times 100, whatever that is. I don't know, calculator, I can get one. Rod, what's 100 times 100? Where's Ruffalo?
We need Romanelli for that.
Yeah, Romanelli.
10,000?
10,000. Okay. 100 times 100, 10,000. And what's 62 times 200?
$12,000.
Exactly. So if you go 162, okay, 38 games over 500, okay, 60% winning percentage for the guys that just post their records and not their units, right? 60%. You can go 60%, over 60%, and still lose betting $100 a game over $2,000 over the course of a season. That is a very tough way to make a living. And with some of these teams, the odds are even bigger than that. We figured it out last year, and it's basically your team, if your team averages a minus 200, which the Yankees, the Dodgers, and the Astros generally do, then they need to win 120 games for you to break even. All you got to do is have a bad weekend with one of those teams, and you're dead. So with baseball, if you can win, so that's a strategy right there. So if you bet against the minus 200s, right, and they go 162, right, so you're up $2,000 on that. Take your record up to 50%, just 50%, right, and see how high you're up then. And people ask me, how do you bet for a living? That's exactly how, right there. Because if you can come up with a strategy where you only need to win 30% of the time and you're still plus money, imagine if you can get that to 50%, or 60%. Then you're putting in infinity pools and living in Maui. That's basically what happens then. Anyways, let's get to the NBA. Hope that made sense to everybody. And we'll continue to beat that into the ground all baseball season long, like I always do. And people won't listen, and that's okay. I know you can't make people do what they don't want to do and they don't feel comfortable doing.
Dodgers super run line.
Yeah, my favorite teams generally are like the Cincinnati Reds, Arizona Diamondbacks.
Small market. You get $20 to $30 extra every day, unless they're
used to be the Pittsburgh Pirates when they were competitive.
Yeah, you can't go like totally off the rails, but you can find that's why generally if you could find a nice Minnesota Twins, Detroit Tigers, that goes on a heater, Texas Rangers, a team like that goes on a heater. Brian likes the Angels because they have big budget guys. So the Angels are kind of, but even they get a little pricey, because they have Mike Trout.
Sometimes the Angels will be sitting at minus 140 and they'll be playing a team like I don't know, fucking Minnesota. I don't know, but they might be 10 games under 500, but they're still laying minus 140. And,
right.
No,
I know.
That tempts me.
I know. The Twins, that's why, was it 2 years ago? I mean, we cleaned house on the Minnesota Twins. We cleaned house. It was like people were, it's like they wouldn't buy into it because, here they are, small market. The Milwaukee Brewers are another one of my teams, right? I mean, Brewers, Twins, all these like Brian said, the Diamondbacks. Oh, man, you want to talk about the forgotten team in the West. This team goes on an 8-game winning streak. It's like I'm buying a new car, It's like I'm buying a vacation home. It's like that's basically how those work. Baseball's, I could see how Pete Rose couldn't get off.
And the Padres.
People say oh, baseball is the worst to bet on. It's like boring baseball. It's actually the best because it has the most games. Also, and the thing is, it's one of those sports that you're never out of it. You could have the dog. You could be down by 10 runs. It happens, man, all the time. All the time. All the time. It happens more often.
They get on the ninth inning, then they get the bases loaded. Your team does, and then they walk a guy in, and somebody comes up and smacks a grand slam.
Yep. Little blooper single. And it happens all the time. Guy error, right? The error by the overrated guy. It's like Kyle Schwarber, It's like, hit it to Schwarber. It's like, yes. I see Jake Arrieta's back in Chicago this season. It's the number 2.
Yeah, he's an overpaid bum.
Whoa. Them are fighting words. Not for me, but for Jake, I guess. But anyways, we got the Miami Heat against the Portland Trailblazers, the New York Knickerbockers against the Washington Wizards, Part 2. San Antonio Spurs versus Los Angeles Clippers, Part 2. Any of those 3?
Yeah, I'm going to lean towards the Portland Trailblazers plus the points. The Miami Heat have been hot yet, but have been hot lately. But it's just a lean, but I like getting points with Portland, who I think is just as good as Miami. And then the better bet on the cards, the Spurs again. I know they lost by 30 or so to the Clippers the last game out, but I think Spurs are going to have that bad taste in their mouth, and I'll take the 6.5. They could win outright, but I'm going to go safety here, take the Spurs. I think that's the best free pick on the board.
I'm going to go the other way. I think the Clippers come back and beat up the Spurs again. Clippers are 7-0 ATS in their last 7 games, played on 0 days rest. I think they just do it again in that one. I'll take the Clippers. Beat up the Spurs again. And I'll take a shot with the Wizards. Give me the Wizards and the points. There's too many people on the Knicks in this one. Way too many for me. Give me the Wizards. Plus the points.
It's weird because normally Rod rips off all these trends, but actually the trend of the trends is that after a beatdown, the Spurs are the best after beatdown team there in the history of histories. It's like no one circles the wagon like the San Antonio Spurs. I'll tell you that much.
But the betting numbers don't look like it, but anytime after a 30
we've all been down this road. We've all been on the wrong end of a back-to-back Spurs. It's like you haven't taken a sufficient beating if you haven't been on the back end of a Spurs back-to-back. It's like we've all been there. It's like, how in the hell did that happen? I don't know. They got a Hall of Fame head coach and a winning record to begin with. I don't know.
When a team loses by 30 points, just look at the Nets and the Nets game last night. They had won by 30 in the previous game, and then they got the beat down put by Utah yesterday.
I also think that some of the guys take their foot off the gas. Like when they know they're done. Like it's like the Nuggets did in the first quarter yesterday.
Right.
I had the Nuggets yesterday, and I had Kansas on Monday. I've been on the wrong end of a couple of them, but they all count the same. It just counts. It counts the same as losing by the hook. It does.
That was a layup yesterday, though.
It was a bad pick. I knew it right away. I knew it before it even started. I was in trouble on that one. Meanwhile, the Bucks choked. There's choked.
They just choked. Yeah, fourth quarter just.
They're going nowhere.
They're
going nowhere.
No, I hope they lose.
You can't say that because of one game.
Yeah, we can. We can root against them if we want.
Just like the people that are jumping off the Suns bandwagon because they lost to Orlando. Big deal. It's one game.
Like the people that jump on the Gonzaga bandwagon because their team lost. Sort of.
What? Yeah, watch Gonzaga lose out.
Well, both their teams lost, right? They had 2 teams to begin with. They both lost.
What happens if Gonzaga loses?
How about another one? Like, how many hats does this guy have? It's like
he's gonna pull out the Wolverines hat if Gonzaga loses.
It's like, how many hats does this guy have? It's like, it's kind of like watching football with the. It's like watching football with the guy that plays fantasy. It's exactly what it's like. It's like
yeah. Wait, I can get more. Wait, there's more.
Well,
I'm not even done. This is only like.
See, that's a true gambler. You never really have a favorite team. It's just...
Only a few hats. Wait, there's another one. More hats. I think I got some more up over there too. Yeah, I got lots of hats. Definitely a hat guy.
I've been trying to order some Hartford Yard Goats hats, but they haven't updated their website yet.
I got one. I got the Yard Goat.
I want to get a fitted nice hat.
Nicer than my Yard Goat hat that I have.
Is yours fitted or is it a strap? I don't like the strap.
I've worn it on here. My Yard Goats hat last baseball season. Rod's seen my Yard Goats hat.
Yep. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
I know I tried to look into one, and I think it was like a 6-month waiting list. I was like, oh,
really?
Man,
for the Hartford Yard Goats?
Yeah. Maybe you help boost their sales.
My mother and father love the Yard Goats.
Right? Come on. It's like
the Yard Goats?
6 months. Oh,
really?
Man.
For the Yard Goats?
For Yard Goats, yeah. You know what it is? It's probably because they have a waiting list, and they probably wait until they get so many orders, and then they're like, okay, now we have enough. Now we can print them off.
Are the Blue Jays starting off in Buffalo again?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably. I thought they were going to be south.
Take
Florida.
the over if they are.
I mean, eventually they're going to end up back in Toronto. But...
Got to see some high totals. Anyways, I like the Knicks. It's on the back-to-back against the Wizards. I also am going to go against Brian. I'm going to take the Miami Heat.
You know what? I could get talked into Miami. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm kind of nowhere on that game. We got the Sixers against the Lakers. Line mover there, big on the Sixers here, and then Kings against the Warriors. And the Kings are kind of like the Pittsburgh Pirates, right? It's like nobody likes them.
How awesome were the Kings yesterday? Another winner. And I'm going to back them again, minus the 2.5. I think you're going to see a nice little Kings streak, like Mitch talked about many times.
I don't know why I put in the I put in the Nuggets instead of the Kings yesterday. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
I saw your plays. I was scratching my head, but that happens from time to time.
It happens.
And then the other game that I like, it's pretty square. I'm going to take the Sixers minus the points. Lakers just look lifeless, and they'll turn it on when it matters. But I'm not going to lay heavy money on the Sixers because Lakers are bound to cover sometime. But for right now, they're playing good basketball, and I'll take the -6. So it's the Kings and the Sixers.
Rod, got a Sixers hat lying around?
No. No, I don't have a Sixers hat.
L.A. Kings, Sacramento Kings, both. You got a crown and something in that stack.
Actually, I only have one NBA hat.
Money team?
It's the Toronto Raptors. It's the only team I got in the NBA.
The money
the other
team.
ones I can
TNT.
jump around and whatever one's winning, we can make money off of.
Next time we have Tony Brown, we'll ask him if he's got the money team hat. I know he's a big Floyd guy. Money team. I've seen Floyd fight a bunch of times, man. He's awesome. He's freaking ridiculous. I saw him hit Canelo so many times in the face. He didn't even. He just basically gave up. It was like Canelo would come in trying to club him. Boom, 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 boom. It was like, that wasn't a good idea. It's like, tries it again. Boom, 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 boom. It's like, maybe I'll try coming from the side. Crack. It's like, oh man. That was the worst Canelo ever looked. Right? Was that fight? That was at MGM. It was the worst he ever looked, man. Floyd just worked him over for 12 rounds. It's like, I don't think so. It's like, And there was a big Canelo crowd at that fight, too. Anyways, speaking of Rod's picks, money team.
Okay, we're going to get Philadelphia and the Lakers. I'm going to take the under 215. It's moving up. Why it's moving up, I have no idea. I'm going to take the under. I don't even see the Lakers getting to 100 points in this one. So, like we see yesterday in the Nets game, really low scoring. Give me the under 215 in that one. And the Kings, they still don't play any defense. So, I'm going to take the over in that one. It's still going to need a lot of points to beat the Warriors. Give me the over 226.5.
All right. Go. What are you selling today?
Oh, I'll tell you what. 3-0 yesterday, 4-0 if you count my YouTube Premium add-on in the afternoon segment. 5 of the last 6 days have been winning days. Last 30 days up over $9,280. So now is the time to get on my NIT Game of the Year 3-pack.
Is that betting $10,300 to win that 9,200?
That's $1,000 a game.
I ended up at 9,200. I started with 14 grand. It's like Brian Christopher slots, right? Watching Brian Christopher slots, like, and I cash out for $4.16.
That's right.
I love that guy. I love that. Like, I watch it all the time. I've been stuck on the island for a while. It's like I always throw some money in a slot. I always go for the big one. Just run the money through, see if I hit it.
NIT Game of the Year 3-pack. You get a college basketball. You get my NBA Titanium and my NHL Thursday executive info. $40 pickdogs.com premium picks.
Is your NHL so hot it's melting the ice?
Yesterday.
Scorching the ice.
I've been hitting NHL like nobody's business.
Who'd you have yesterday? The Jets?
I had the Jets, and that was kind of square. But
that was our consensus. That was our YouTube Premium consensus.
JETS Jets. Senators. I had one other one, plus 1.5. I think it was. I forget who it was, but anyway, NHL's starting to get better for doggies.
It is slowly starting to not be so favorite heavy. For me, I got a Thursday 5-pack. I got 2 college basketball, 2 NBA, and 1 hockey player that I really love. You can get it on over at Pick Dogs Premium. Warming up for a big weekend ahead. $34.95 gets y'all 5. Jump aboard.
Anyone can confirm Embiid being out for the Sixers? Yes, I can. I can. He's out for like a month.
So that means jump on the Lakers because Embiid's been out for like 2 weeks now or 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's been out for like a month, right? And they've been playing fine without him. No Embiid, no problem. That's what I've said.
Did you know LeBron's not going to play either?
Yeah. Oh, is Anthony Davis out for this one?
And Anthony Davis is out too, I think.
Yeah, my wife and I were talking about this because the whole time, like during the COVID, this is the longest I've ever been on the island without leaving. This is, easily. It's been over a year now since I've been off the island, and it's normally I'm off the island like 8-10 times a year, and it's like part of me it's like I don't want to travel at all. Still, I haven't we're still on you got to be 70 years old to get the vaccination here, so and I don't even know if I want to do it. I want to wait till the last minute.
You'll be all right. Just go get it done.
The vaccination.
We don't want to lose you.
Did you do it?
I would if I could, but Pennsylvania is just as slow as Hawaii. I know Georgia, it's anybody over the age of 16 can go get it. But Pennsylvania, you have to be 65 or dying, overweight.
How about all these people celebrating that they got the vaccine?
I wouldn't celebrate it, but I would
I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I'm just trying to make sense of it. Is that a celebratory moment?
And I have a bad reason for wanting to do it. I just want to get it so I can go to the gentleman's club and not have to worry about it. That's
but if everybody else has the vaccine, won't the disease be eradicated?
Yep.
So why do I need to take it?
Well, you don't want to be. If everybody thinks like that, then there'll be a problem. Just go do your part. I'm kidding. It'll be all right.
Oh,
got one of those.
We have a hero here.
Chat.
What? This guy
in the chat.
Jack Sachs.
Jack Sachs.
He's Mr. Guts, Mr. Spineless.
Mr. Guts, yeah.
If he would show his face and like to have a real name, we could show his family on here. We could see why he's such a miserable person. We could see how big his wife is, or his girlfriend, or his boyfriend, or whatever the case may be. But we're not discriminating about that. But what we do like is accountability. Boring. Anyways, the YouTube Premium. I was 1-1 yesterday. How were you guys? I think the consensus was 2-0 though.
I was 2-0.
I think the consensus was as well.
I went 1-1.
So there we go. 4-2 between us.
Yep.
3. Can't beat it. And I'm going to try to add in the afternoon premium a play that I wish I could add if I could for the afternoon section. So, like a late steamer. And I'm going to try.
Anyways. Yep. So the YouTube Premium, it's like it's growing and growing. I appreciate all the support. I know a lot of people they always ask how can we support your channel and stuff like that, and that's a great way to do it. It's like some people they just want to support what we do, and that's cool. Some people just like to blame other people for their losses, and I guess that's part of it too. Or some people just have a bad life. I don't know. I never really understand it, but there's no bigger turds out there than the Arkansas fans that came by after their March Madness game. I don't know. They did choke down the stretch, and I can't wait to do my Arkansas video this week. I just can't wait. I guess when you lose in football, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up all the scores of their football games for the last 10 years. And we're going to see if they lost by a total of 5,000 or more points. I believe they have. If you add up all their football games, and that's what it is. It's just it makes you just want to put your head in the sand. We've all had days like that. Because if we made the fourth pick a consensus between all three of us, it would take 6 hours to do the video. Number one, and number two, it would probably be a pick that we had already given out on the show, and then everyone would be like, "That's the same pick." If we could also say Brian will say, "I like the Tigers," and we'll all say, "I agree," and that would be it.
I mean, if it was up to me, I'd cut it to 3 plays and get rid of the consensus.
Yeah, we tried to do that. Good call on that one, Brian. Nice call.
That's just a tool belt. Oh well, 4 plays. I don't know. I'm not an even number guy. I like odd numbers.
I know. I'm not either. So it doesn't really matter.
I'm superstitious.
Ridiculous. Anyways, let's get to these college hoops games. Mississippi State, Richmond, NC State, Colorado State. Brian, either of these two? Do anything for
I'm going to take a flyer with NC State. They play in the better conference. Both teams are strong down the stretch. I think both 7-3, 8-2 to close out the season. But I just like the way NC State is made up. I think that they have enough to beat this Colorado State by 4 or 5 points. So that's the way I'm going between those two games. The other game's my big play today.
Rod, how about you?
No, for me, I'm going to go the other way on that game. I'm going to take Colorado State on the money line. I think they outright beat North Carolina State. Colorado State's been a scrappy bunch. I like their defense better free throw shooting team as well. I think they rebound the ball pretty good off the defensive glass. I'm going to take Colorado State here, money line, upset North Carolina State.
I don't know. We saw the Mountain West play the ACC last week, And it was ugly, epic beatdown of epic proportions. So, I don't know if you can just go by that and say, well, San Diego State, who's the best of the Mountain West, clearly, right?
Sort of.
Well,
You've seen them choke it away, too.
Well, they were head and shoulders. They were the conference regular season champions and the tournament champions. So, they were the best of the Mountain West. And Syracuse finished one spot in the ACC above NC State. So, I don't know. Tell me. Anyways, A-10 was also terrible this year. We got to the tournament. VCU didn't even want to show up against the Ducks. It's just like, forget it. We got no chance. We're not even going to let people cash their tickets on this easy winner. Bittler's had VCU. You know.
No, yeah, VCU won a 1 hour.
Counts as a loss.
Guys are lucky.
Did not advance. Money line, baby.
It's all right.
Western Kentucky against La Tech. And Memphis against Boise.
Yeah, for me, I was a little bit back and forth on Boise and Memphis, but I think Memphis is the right play here. They've had 2 losses. Their losses in their last 10 games or so were 2 to Houston in a 3 and 2 point affair, I believe, and then 1 to SMU in a 2-point game. This Memphis team, I think, has gotten much better as the season's progressed. I think they should have no problem with Boise today. I'd lay that 4.5.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah, I agree. Give me Memphis. They just keep getting better and better each time they come out. 8-2 last 10, 9-1 against the number. I like Memphis as well. Lay the points. Boise just looks like they collapsed in the end of February. There, they just were like, yeah, we had enough. We stopped playing and trying. They haven't looked good.
Brian, aren't you scared of the STDs at the Gentlemen's Club?
No,
he's not.
I'll
speak for him. He's not. Not one bit.
I'm more scared of COVID.
Really?
No, I'm just.
How many people do you know that got COVID? Like, how many do you personally know? Not like friends of friends.
I know Ty Simmons, the handicapper on our site. He had COVID.
And Higgs had COVID.
Yeah, he lived.
I only know 3 people that got it. 2 of them were in better than average shape. One was not in good shape. That would be Higgs, but the.
My sister did.
So there you go. So there's. I don't know anybody on the island here that got it. Nobody. I know not one person here that got it.
But it's like a 1-week thing, just like getting anything else for most people, and you're right back at it. And kicks your ass for a week. And
I know I'm absolutely right about the Razorbacks because you should have seen the comments, and that the comments that still continue to come in. Still continue to comment. I turn off now after the game, thanks to the Arkansas fans, which is something I should have done a long time ago, and everyone has told me I should do for a long time, is turn off the comments after the game. Like, I hit my parlay on YouTube yesterday, and a lot of people wanted to congratulate me, so they just went on today's parlay, you know? But it's like, I just turn off the comments after the game, and I think the Arkansas fans inspired me to do that, because it's like, I don't want to sit there and monitor and babysit your ridiculous, stupid-ass comments. And the thing is, there's a lot of Arkansas fans that really know their stuff, you know? It's just the handful. It's like they act like they're getting over on me or like teaching me a lesson. It's like, no, you sound like a bunch of idiots. It's like, this is what they said to me. This is what they said. You haven't seen Arkansas play all season. To me, they said this. Right? Of all people. I mean, if there's one person that's seen Arkansas play this season, you're talking to the wrong guy.
Yeah.
And it's like they act like you're a fan or something, or a fan of the other team, or like you're dissing their team or something. It's like, it's one game that I'm betting. That's it. It has nothing to do with anything. I bet on Arkansas a ton. We bet on
That
them
happened to me yesterday with the Nets. Not yesterday, 2 days ago, because I didn't take the Nets. I had to hear about it in the messenger. I was stupid. But, I don't have any. I'll pick against any team any day of the week. I don't care who they are.
I've been sick for about 8 years. Brandon Lewis doesn't like our show anymore. Rod, let's pack in him.
Who?
Brandon Lewis.
Oh.
He doesn't like us anymore. He thinks we're boring.
Are we boring?
Yes.
Oh.
Brandon doesn't like me anymore. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Brandon says so.
Creighton looks good against Gonzaga, man. Oh, can't contain myself.
Rod's going to have to get a Creighton hat then.
I'm going to be betting the Creighton money line coming up because that looks good to me.
Brian, what's the over-under on weeks before Rod's wearing a Loyola Chicago hat?
Rod will be wearing a new hat by Monday.
It actually takes about 8 days to get here, so.
I don't know. Make it in time for the Final Four. It's
should be close. Be close. Actually, I think if you upgrade the shipping, I might get here in about 4 days, 5 days.
I could use a few new hats, to be honest with you. All right, it's that time. The time we've all been waiting for. National Hockey.
The time we've been waiting for.
National
for the most
Hockey
games on the board of all the sports today.
Oh, man. It's terrible.
It's an odd number. It's 11 games today.
Got Bruins and Islanders, Flyers, Rangers, Capitals, Devils, and Blue Jackets, Hurricane, Senators, Leafs, and Penguins, Buffalo. All the games up to 7 o'clock Eastern time. Anyone care?
Yeah, for me, the New York Rangers, I think, are a really solid play. Almost one of my top 3 picks today. The way the Flyers have been playing. And you're getting the Rangers at almost a pick-em price. I think it's minus 115. I think that's real strong. And I'll take a little flyer in the New Jersey Devils, plus 175. I think they have a puncher's chance to knock off the Capitals tonight. But the stronger bet's the Rangers.
Rod?
And for me, I'm going to take the Boston Bruins. They finally get a win over the Islanders. The Islanders are 4-0 this year against the Bruins. But Boston finally gets themselves a win and beats the Islanders. Give me Boston in that one. I'm going to go the other way of what Brian's on. He's going on the Rangers. I'm going to go on the Flyers. I know everybody's going to jump on the Rangers. Oh, everybody's going to see that Carter Hart's going to start in goal for the Flyers, and they're going to be like, whoa, run the other way. And I'm going to stick over here on the Flyers. And I think Carter Hart has a huge game. He has a big bounce-back game after his 9-0 shellacking when they played the Rangers last. I'm quite sure in hockey that they circle this spot of the calendar, and the Rangers are going to get beat. They're not called the Broadway Bullies for nothing. The Flyers are going to come in.
You're opposites today.
And beat up the Rangers. That's what they love to do. You want to see a hockey beatdown? This is what hockey does. They're going to come in and check, and more check. I'm going to take the Flyers in that one.
All right. Sounds exciting.
Oh, it will be. That'll be a good game. I'm going to tune in.
Didn't
it's going to be
hear-
a good beating. Good old.
I'll be honest with you. Didn't hear a word you guys said. Not even a word. not even like the slightest. I only heard that you stopped talking, so I figured we were done with that segment. We got the Smudges against the Blues, the Blackhawks against the Panthers, the worst nickname in all of sports, the Predators versus the Red Wings. Who came up with that Predators, man? It's like mean, doesn't anyone find that like a little, Dallas versus Tampa Bay. Lightning can go suck it. Colorado versus Vegas. How about Blackhawks puck line? What do you guys think of that?
No, I like the Blackhawks, though, on the money line.
No, Brian, it's like you get so much more value with minus 225.
No, it's okay. I think the Chicago Blackhawks are going to take another one from the Florida Panthers tonight, plus 110. Excellent value there. I think Chicago's going to make a little run there. And then I'm going to go with the Dallas Stars at plus 150. I lost with them the other night against Tampa Bay, but I think they could steal one at home. And the Avalanche at minus 180. It almost looks like they're begging you to take the Golden Knights. I'm going to lay the puck and a half with Colorado. I think they win this game 4-2, somewhere in that range. So I'm going to go with the Avs minus the puck and a half.
Right.
For me, I'm going to take the Knights in the money line because they beat up on the Avs. I see the world on the Avs and the puck and a half. No puck and a half favorites for this guy. Give me the Knights and the money line in that one. I'm going to take a shot with the Stars to finally beat Tampa this year, as Tampa's beat them 4-0. It looks like finally some teams get some wins over some other teams this year. So give me the Stars money line, Knights in the money line, and I'm going to take the Blues over the Schmears today as well. Give me the Blues on the money line. Those are the three I like there.
That line kind of, I don't know, the Wild kind of looked like they're playing that one, but
I can't think of a worse way to spend my night than watching hockey.
I'll tell you, hockey's great. Let's say you're tied 3-3. You got $1,000 on the one team. The game goes to overtime. It's action back and forth, and you win on a goal. It's just it's excitement there.
Sounds thrilling, Brian. I could barely keep my pants on.
I like a good hockey bet.
Oh no, there's another one. You might want to get rid of that guy.
All right, it's okay.
I
got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to give him any more attention than.
Yeah. Quick, get him.
Yeah. Oh, Mitch sucks ass. There we go. Yeah, I'm starving at 3:00 in the morning when I get up to do this show. I'm really hungry. Yeah, I'm just really starving. 3:00 in the morning. There you go. Thank you very much. Be sure to hit the like button.
I like the goofy face that they make when they ask for the like button.
I mean, what would people rather have? Me come up here like all the rest of the guys and act fake as hell? And it's like if you meet them in person and you know these people inside and out, it's like they're just phony balonies. Or would you rather have someone who's honest and straightforward and you get what you get? To me, I'd always have the truth and honesty and all those things. To me, are way above the if you could fake being a nice person or a good person. It's like I think that most people know me. I think they know that's what they get, and most people respect that. But some people, they're afraid of it. Right? They just run from it. We call them cowards. It sucks ass. That was creative. I didn't see it. It must be on the sports chat one, huh? I didn't see it. Yeah, weird. All right. You got a parlay? Anyone?
I do. I'm ready to go. Well, let's ride it.
For me, I got we're gonna go Clippers minus the points. The Kings game we're gonna go over, and we're gonna go the Vegas Knights on the money line. My parlay.
On my parlay, I'm going to go with the San Antonio Spurs plus the points, NC State on the money line, and Memphis Tigers minus the points.
I'm just reading these comments. Man, some people got a lot of time. A lot of time in their hands. I would just want to take a nap for a half hour a day. It's like these people, it's like, let's go around to Mitch's YouTube channel and act like an idiot. Boy, that'll show them. They showed me. All right. I like the Sacramento Kings for sure. The Knicks and I like the over in the Clippers against the Spurs. Over 223.5. Yeah. Over 223.5. I kind of like the over in that Knicks game again, too. Just throwing it out there. All right, thanks everyone for playing. Got some excellent party gifts for you. It's an excellent day. Really enjoyed it. I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow. See you guys in a couple minutes with our Premium Picks show. Should be a good time for everyone. Have a great day. Let's make it a winner. See you on the drive-thru.